October the 23rd, 2019. You guys in California are really catching it. You can't hardly get a break. Starting about now, which is 4 p.m. here Central and 2 p.m. on the West Coast, they're going to start cutting off power to about 1 million folks. And it's, again, a preemptive deal because the winds are picking up, just like last time they're afraid of wildfires. Says Californians will once again get to enjoy a pre-industrial lifestyle this week as state utilities gear up for another round of intentional blackouts aimed at reducing the risk of fire. Again, this is PG&E, and they're claiming that it will affect over 1 million residents. On Wednesday, PG&E will begin cutting power to approximately 179,000 California households in 17 fire-prone areas beginning at 2 p.m. The outages includes Alpine, Amador, Butte, Calaveras, El Dorado, Kern, Lake, Mendocino, Napa, Nevada, Placer, Pluma, San Mateo, Sierra, Sonoma, Tehama, and Yuba counties. Now, further south, Edison International Southern California Utility announced that 162,276 customers may be affected by a similar blackout, while Sempra Energy may cut power to 24,000. The potential for an outage comes at a time of year when the landscape is dry and fires spark and spread easily. Northerly winds are expected to pick up Wednesday evening, that's today, into Thursday morning in the hills of the East Bay and North Bay, delivering critical fire risk. You guys pay attention. Winds between 35 and 45 miles per hour with some 55-mile-per-hour gusts in localized areas are forecast for Sonoma and Napa counties. The National Weather Service has a red flag warning in effect for the North Bay Mountains, valleys, and coast, noon Wednesday through 4 p.m. Thursday. That's tomorrow afternoon. The East Bay Mountains and valleys at 3 p.m. Wednesday through 4 p.m. Thursday, and the Santa Cruz Mountains 7 p.m. Wednesday through 4 p.m. Thursday. That's coming from the San Francisco Gate. PG&E had originally planned on cutting power to more than 209,000 households before dialing back that figure. They have provided the following website for those who may be impacted. But guys, and I will link to it, but remember that so many people crowded it last time that the PG&E website actually just shut down. It was overwhelmed. Maybe after, I think they've been criticized about it, they have upped their servers and the server capability. Now, a lot of people are mad at the politicians, and they're wondering about where a certain amount of money that was supposed to be put into re-strengthening and rebuilding the infrastructure with PG&E and other people. And for those of you that watch OAN or One American News, this is today's video, one of today's videos, and it says, petition to recall Governor Gavin Newsom gets support from Libertarian Party. They are rapidly getting petitions for this thing, and I think their goal is 2 million plus, but there's a lot of events being set up for that because they feel like he's paying attention to a lot of things other than the taxpayers that live and work there. We understand how you guys feel. Now, also, speaking of politics, we saw the events earlier today at the shift meeting in the bunker downstairs, and there's been updates to where finally some of the people left, some of the Republicans, and some of them actually ordered lunch while they were in there, but they're trying to get these meetings done on the down low because they are in panic. Remember, people are saying that the only way to defeat Trump, even though he's done nothing wrong, is to impeach him, or else we will lose. And they're afraid, and if you think about it, of the second 4 years more than this one, because after this re-election in 2020, if everything goes the way it looks like it's going to go, if nothing critical happens, then a lot could be unleashed, because once you are not running, I've seen the people in the White House really change that second 4 years, whether it was for good or bad. So don't know how that's going to work out, but what we saw with the Republicans this morning, and some of you watched it live, and I've recorded some of it, and I'll get that video up early. It's all over the news now, but is that the Republicans had their pants on fire, not for lying, but because we have lit fires for the last week under them. Their feet are on fire, they're burning. And what we saw was a response. And I'll put that speech up that some of the Republicans did before they went into the shift meeting and disrupted that. They needed to. And some of the response after they came out. But guys, the pressure that we've been talking about, Trump's been telling the do-nothing Republicans to do something. We've seen Graham stall on any kind of investigation from the Senate on some of these, the crooks. And then what we did see was one Senate hearing called yesterday, I think it was, guys, and Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell came in and were asking, how can we get back in Syria? How can we do this very quickly? They were attacking Trump left and right. The only thing Graham has let pass through as far as any investigation, while he's saying that he's waiting on the IG report, which keeps getting delayed again this week. But what's happening, guys, is that they are in a panic mode because of their people that donate to them. Many of them have taken millions from the military industrial complex. We see some is just in stock. They have vested interest on keeping a war going, regardless of the cost of human life on both sides. Regardless of that, we're dealing with demons on both sides of the aisle. This end-time battle is a spiritual battle. And if you don't think possession is real, if you don't think that people can become possessed, and probably because they put themselves in the position to be possessed, that if you don't think that can occur, then you don't believe Jesus Christ. Because they talk about demons. He gave the disciples powers to cast them out. He cast out demons. Remember, Legion, we are many. We're seeing that. This is a spiritual battle. It's going to be fought on two different fronts. At the polls, for one, because we have to do the best we can. And also, on that level, guys, if you don't keep these rhinos' feet to the fire, if you don't keep calling the congressmen, senators in your state and your representatives and keep demanding that they put an end to this 3-year witch hunt against Trump, if you don't keep doing it, they're just going to back off and go back to sleep. All of a sudden, and including social media, and we're just one small fraction, but like the video yesterday, I talked about these rhinos and what they were doing. And I said, stop paying attention to just what the Democrats are doing. Pay attention to what the rhinos are doing and call and start talking to these folks. Talk to your congressmen and representatives and let them know we will take you out at the poll if you don't try to balance the situation. It's gotten out of control. It has gotten out of control. So what we saw was a bunch of Republicans barking. Let's see if they have any teeth, if they have any bite in that bark. But the reason they were doing it, guys, was not because they suddenly woke up. It's because the American public is waking up. But again, you can go to OAN, check out today's video there. That's your news, your nation, your news, One American News Network on YouTube. And check out this information about your governor there in California. And guys, all over the nation, watch for some knee-jerk reactions from the Democrats because their back's against the wall now. You know what I'm saying? As always, it's a heads up. Be especially vigilant and be safe.